times.
Yeah.
The odds.
3 times.
1, 2, 3. Well, I mean, 3 and 16.
2, 4. Oh no, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
There's 16
7,
spots.
That's really
8.
loud.
No, it's 7. All right.
All right.
16 spots.
Yeah, we're live.
Oh, we are live.
Yeah.
16 spots.
You would do that.
Yeah, I would definitely. I have a habit of doing that.
Well, I'm gonna post up that we're live.
There's no need.
There's just no need to post.
Yeah, exactly, because we're already live.
Because we're live.
Oh well. Somebody's gonna get it.
Hey, folks. So welcome back to another episode. Fortunately, again, as usual, technical difficulties. But when you're constantly trying to improve the quality, you're going to continue to run into issues. And we're still going through some issues right now. So just bear with us. Hopefully, by the next time around, we'll have it sorted. So let's get things started. My name is Captain Ben. And along with me, I got...
Timothy Murphy.
Also...
Noel Garcia.
And, of course...
Paul Murphy.
All right. So, as usual, as has been tradition so far for the past 2 episodes, we're going to start the show with the Wheel of Misfortune. And I'm going to go ahead and spin the wheel.
Well, hang on. Let's build it up a little bit. Because the first 2 episodes,
Can you see it?
Paul
Yes.
had the luck of getting chosen twice. So,
Yeah, so-
is he going to get the hat trick today?
I mean, is he getting 3 in a row?
Are we going to have a new winner or loser in that case? So
We shall
all right.
see.
All right, let's see.
Well, let's give it a second. let's talk about all the possibilities that could happen.
Yeah. Paul could
So
get
my
the
name
shock.
is on
Paul
there.
could get the Choco Challenge. Paul could get the Scottish Challenge. Paul could get the Vampire Teeth again. Paul could also get the Pencil Challenge. Paul could also get the Shock Challenge. Paul could also get the Choco Challenge. I'm repeating it over again.
Yeah.
So,
I just don't want to get picked again.
well, it's the luck of the spin.
Oh God. Okay, you ready,
All
Ben?
right. Yeah, I'm ready.
One
Let me-
spin,
let
one
me
and
walk
done.
over.
There is no redos.
We can see it here. I can see it right there.
Yeah, that's right.
Can you reach it though?
Yeah, no, I can reach from here. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Let's get things
We
No,
gotta-
you gotta get over there.
Yeah.
Give her.
And hang on, I want to see this. Hang on.
All right, we'll watch it over here.
Okay. Like you guys are all worried. All right. So,
Damn right, I'm worried. My name comes up
the
twice in
arrows
a
are
row.
right, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The top arrow,
The top
spin
arrow.
it gets the name,
Okay,
and then
all right.
the middle arrow gets the challenge.
I'm gonna mix it around. So usually I would spin from this side. I'm gonna spin from this side this time around. Let's see what happens.
All right.
Okay.
No changing. One spin.
One spin.
for the name.
Okay. All right.
It's kind of a weak spin.
Shut up.
Are you kidding?
Wow.
No.
Wow. This is amazing. Wow. All right. For those of you who may not be able to see it, it's landed on Paul.
But I did tell him he did get the biggest challenge last week.
Okay. So what happens now?
Come on, man.
He gets
Well,
the biggest challenge.
He gets to pick his
He got
challenge.
the 3 weeks in a row. That's brutal.
Yeah, but if
can't-
I got
There you
3
go.
weeks in a row,
Okay. All right. So
I'll do the shock challenge.
No, you're not gonna do the shock
Yeah,
challenge.
I'll do the shock challenge.
You're gonna do the shock challenge?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, that saves a spin.
I was gonna.
all right. So if you couldn't hear, I'm pretty sure you did.
You got 3 weeks in a row.
So Paul
That's
got it
that's like
the
unheard
3rd
of.
time in a row,
Like a lotto.
and because it was a hat
I'm
trick.
good at winning things.
Because it was a hat trick, a 3rd time, we allowed him to choose the challenge this time.
Holy cow! 3
So
weeks
he's
in
gonna
a
go
row.
with the shock collar.
All right. You
Where
know
is
what
the
that
shock
means?
collar?
It's. I'll get it in a second.
Okay.
Oh my gosh! Here, take one of my names off and take one of Paul's names off and put my name on.
Okay.
This is not fair.
It can't be any more fair.
How could the possibly win every time?
Trying to get it to where.
Like how?
I don't know how this works.
Yeah,
Yeah.
give it to me. I'll show you.
We already have it set.
It's everything set. He just
So
needs
all
to
he
press
has
the
do
button.
is press which one does he press? The
I
one
don't know.
lightning
Come
or
over here. Let me see it. Let me shock myself first. So we have the shock collar. If you have it on me right here. Shock collar. It's gonna go around my wrist, I guess.
Yeah, let me do that's
Yeah.
one. That's the one.
Yeah, whichever one. I mean,
Okay.
it don't come off.
Holy cow! No, I know it's because it's been sitting on there.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
It's on my wrist. And
Wow, 3
press
weeks
that
in a
button.
row.
Let's see here.
Ah! Damn!
You sure? Yeah.
Ben, you are in control.
Yeah.
Because it's not constant torture. It's just,
It's just a quick little buzz.
yeah.
All right, so help me out here because I see
It's
two buttons.
It's the top orange one.
The top orange
top
one.
Turn it around. Let me see it. Yeah, the top orange one.
The top one.
Yes.
Okay, what's the bottom one?
It's nothing.
It's nothing?
Yeah. Just
I'm
the top.
curious to see what it does. I'm very curious.
Let's talk about a topic or
All
something.
right,
yeah.
hang on. All right, let's see what happens when I press this button. Okay, I guess it increases the voltage.
I told you.
You told me it doesn't
Told you
do
not to
anything.
touch it.
Hey, you picked it. You
Yeah, I
picked
know.
it.
Because all the other challenges were I had to suffer the entire time. At least now I can be normal until he presses the button again.
Wait, so can I adjust
No,
the
stop.
No.
The intensity of it?
Yes, you
leave
can.
it
I want
there.
to lower it.
No, you're good. You're good.
You're good? You can deal with
I
this?
can
Okay.
deal with this.
So just
I
keep pressing.
can't believe.
So
I
I
can't
just keep
believe,
pressing the top button.
I can't believe he's
All
got
right,
it 3
so
weeks
this
in a
button,
row.
The top
The top one.
The
Yes.
top one. Okay, all right.
What are the chances?
Oh my gosh.
And here's the thing. All right, so before the show started, we decided we were like testing the wheel.
This was all his idea too.
Yeah.
And the shock thing was.
Yeah, most of this is his idea, and they were
Look,
That's
I'll
what
the
tell you
whole
what.
ti-
My name doesn't go back on there until you guys have got your names
Well,
like
hang
3
on,
times.
hang on. We erased one of them. We erased one of them. So, but the whole idea was
God.
like, what can we make Noel do? And that was all his idea.
Yeah, it's
So
This
it's
is
karma.
like karma payback.
Yeah.
God.
3 weeks, 3 shows in a row.
Yep. So I mean, okay. So we took your name off of one of them. So now it's only 2 of them. His name is on there. How many times? How many times is your name? I know mine is 7 times.
So mine's 7 and his is 2. That would make 18.
All right. Oh, okay. So
Not really. That makes 16. It's but 16.
Wait,
That's
7 and 7?
7 is 14 plus 2 on Paul is 16. There's 16 spots.
Oh,
You can,
okay.
You can also mess with people because you can make it buzz as well rather than...
yeah, don't do that.
No, the buzz is not that bad.
Actually, you know what? If people in the chat would like for me to buzz at any time, feel free to send a comment. make it a little bit more interactive.
Man.
Shock him! Shock him!
Yeah, just say that. Just put like the
Oh,
shock
God.
emoji or something like that. If there's even available, I don't
I
even
can't
know.
believe you got it.
Oh, man.
And when I was fake like spinning it the whole time, like it never landed on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's why you need to stop that. You really need to stop the
Yes,
spinning. We
so-
bring it out, spin it once. Ow! Damn it!
Okay. So before the show started, we were just spinning it, like testing and make sure everything's good, and it would never land on Paul. We were like, all right, so he has a good chance of not getting it. But I guess we ran that luck out, and now, yeah, he got chosen a 3rd time. So, congrats, Paul.
Okay, so where do we start?
Yeah, let's get things started. I think one of the first discussions we had on the agenda was okay. So last week we spoke about the introduction or the announcement that Link ECU was going to be the primary sponsor, the primary ECU for all the competitors in the Formula Drift Series.
Right.
Correct.
And so we kind of brushed on it, spoke about some things, but then Tim, you came across some, I guess you could say, some of the feedback
Yes.
from some of the drivers, correct? Or-
Yes. So I don't know if I should say names, but I guess it doesn't really
No,
matter.
no, I want to say names, but
anonymous.
I just
No, okay. So
Yeah,
I did speak to a driver, and that is he's located on the West Coast,
okay.
so he's in California.
I know who he is.
Of course you do. But anyways, he did mention that is from what he's hearing. There are a lot of people that are upset about that because those people that have sponsors that may be tied into sponsorship contracts or just maybe have been a sponsored driver for some of these guys have been sponsored by AEM for a long time. They have to break those ties and go to Link ECU. So that kind of sucks. And not only that it's depending on. Right, so depending on the company, it could be a bad break, right? So say you do Formula Drift for 2 years, but now you want to get into drag racing. Well, Link ECU doesn't really care about drag racing. They're not focusing there. They're focusing on drifting. You go back to the other sponsor that you had before, and you'd be like, well, you dropped us before for Link ECU, so good luck. I'm just saying, not that that's going to happen, but it's kind of a possibility, right?
Yeah.
So I can see why some people would be upset. But I can't name names, but I did hear that from this person that there are several people, that current drivers, current teams that are upset about that. Not only that there is that if you're a Pro 1 driver and you
mean
don't
a
qualify,
Pro?
you can if you're Pro 1 driver
okay.
and you don't qualify before, you can go down to Pro 2 and compete in Pro 2.
Yeah.
Right? So now you really can't. It's not really budget friendly for that person. So say if you got like Farouk, right? Mm-hmm. He's Pro 1.
Okay.
Right? So and a lot of times he has issues. He doesn't always place the highest. Sometimes he doesn't.
This is pro and pro spec.
Pro and pro spec, whatever.
Yeah.
So he doesn't place or he doesn't qualify. He at least had the opportunity to still compete and keep his sponsors happy in a Pro 2. Now he won't be able to do that. And if you've watched Farouk on if you watched him on the Netflix show, then you would realize that he doesn't really make all that much money. He can't afford to build 2 cars.
Yeah.
Right. Of
well,
course.
Adam LZ had a funny point. He's like, instead of because he was, and I guess they installed a custom or a steering shaft, a custom steering shaft, and he's like, he asked his fabricator, so how much is this really? It was like, about the whole setup was about $600. So he's like, couldn't they have picked why didn't they just make everybody run fake wheels?
I saw that.
Like if they make everybody run fake wheels, it's like it'd be a lot cheaper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
XXR is mandatory. They save tons of money.
He's like, then you could have saved a lot. It's like it just doesn't make any sense. You're making it's making it harder for people because like me, if I wanted to be in a Formula drift car with a cage, I probably would need to move the steering column back in a lot of cars,
Right.
Yeah,
or
'cause
put
you
a
are-
ton of spacers on,
Right.
which
Right.
is not technically safe.
Right.
Right.
It'd be safer to move the column.
Yeah.
Right.
And that's what he was saying. Is like it just doesn't make any sense. You should be allowed to fit the car to the driver, which is pedals, custom pedals, and a custom steering.
And that's what I was saying.
And that's not it's not even in the range of like what a custom engine could go.
Right.
Of course.
And that's what I was saying. I mean, if they want to make it then make a street class like original core radiator core supports, right? Cages.
Well, they're thinking
interior.
about the radiator thing, putting radiators, demanding that the radiators be in the front.
Yeah.
Yeah, but that's still 2023, and that's a possibility.
Right.
But I'm
right.
saying, so is they didn't demand the court
They're not really demanding too
steering
much the
columns
first
yet.
season, though.
No, of course. Right now, it's just H pattern shifters or transmissions.
H-pin shifters and the
Which
ECU.
that's whatever. I was talking to that. Well, I was talking to. Well, forget it. I don't want to put his name out there.
Yeah,
just in case.
no.
So,
Yeah.
But I was talking to that person, and he was saying I don't think sequentials really should be in drifting anyways. He thinks everybody should be on H patterns. He doesn't really see the real advantage of a sequential transmission in drifting.
Right.
And I don't. I mean, I don't know if I'd ever go to one, but only advantage I guess I could see is it can handle the power.
Really, if you think about it, the only advantage I could really think about is if you have all 6 gears instead of a 4-speed H pattern. You can be a lot more selective with how close the gears can be to each other and in ratios. So that way, you need a little bit more wheel speed, but not too much. You just go up one more gear, and that's fine. But you have a little more selection there instead of a 4-speed, which
quicker.
will have.
No, and you're not going to miss the gear, right?
Yeah, you're not going to
go
miss the
from
gear.
How many
second to
times have
fifth.
somebody had a trouble throwing a gear? You know?
Going from fourth
Yeah.
to first.
Yeah.
But then again, I mean, it's still not a necessity. Vaughn and Chelsea were 1 and 2 last year, and they have 4 speeds, H patterns.
1 and
so
2.
yeah, in the championship, 1 and 2. Vaughn's
Chelsea got
second place. Yes.
Oh, I didn't even know that.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's that. But then, if you guys listen to Maximum Driftcast,
No.
no, they don't listen to the competitors, but maybe somebody out there else does. They were talking to Dustin Miles about the pedal box and the advantage of an aftermarket pedal box over using stock pedals, besides metal versus plastic pedals and whatnot, since BMWs and some other cars have plastic pedals. But the real advantage comes in the fact that you have, for the brakes, you have 2 separate master cylinders, and one goes to the front and one goes to the rear, and you can really adjust
The bias.
the bias. I mean, you could put a valve in your stock setup.
I actually have one. Right here.
Yeah, so you could put a valve in your stock setup, but and try to put the brakes all the way forward. But when you go left foot brake, a lot of these guys don't want any drag in the rear wheels. So they adjust it all the way forward, and when they left foot brake, there's no drag in the rear. But when you have a stock setup,
Wait,
and
you just show us how to set up? No.
so yeah,
Show us the setup.
so you got 2 master cylinders here.
Hang on, I gotta have to adjust this. Go ahead.
Have you set this up before?
No, I've never done it. I'm just going with it. I'm just going with it here.
Go ahead.
Okay, all right. I don't know. You were making adjustments. So you got 2 master cylinders here, right? And this is for the brakes.
Well,
This one's for the clutch.
Can we call them the master cylinders because that's not politically correct? Can we call them like brake cylinders?
What? Okay. So you got 2 brake cylinders here because we're not trying to get in trouble, and one would go to the front, one would go to the rear. You can make easier adjustments, or it's easier to adjust brakes all the way to the front.
So this right here, see that's the balance bar.
Yeah, that is true. Sorry, I've never seen this before, but yeah, you have.
I thought you were talking. I thought you were
only
talking
seen it in pictures.
I've never
It's
seen
the
this.
reality. I played it on Forza once.
So as you can see, there's a bar here that you can adjust sideways or whatnot.
How's
This
that
one
work?
is a little bit farther forward to push this master cylinder, or excuse me, brake cylinder, a little bit farther, a little bit harder. So that way it's more biased to this one rather than this one. So for pro drifting, most guys would have this one set up to the front where they have all the brakes to the front and almost next to nothing on the rear.
So like percentage wise, what would
Yeah,
you say?
so it'll probably be like a 95 to 5%, or like, because they want no drag on the rear wheels when they're left foot braking behind somebody, or just left foot braking even in a lead run. So with a stock pedal setup, even if you buy that bias adjuster, it just doesn't do that much. You'll still get a lot of drag in the rear brakes. So that's actually something that is a competitive advantage in pro drifting. So there's that.
Avoid the drag in the brakes, but not in the dress.
Oh boy.
Right? Is that what you're saying?
I thought we were trying to be politically
What's wrong with
correct.
that?
I don't know.
If that's the thing, that's fine.
I don't know.
Anyway.
It's just we probably
So
don't have that one.
I got
for
that was one of the okay. So that was one thing you were saying. Was there anything else that he was?
just about
contributing?
pretty much the whole. The sequential rule, of course, kind of messes with some Pro 2 or Pro Spec drivers.
I mean, I get this. Okay, so the point was to make pro spec more achievable or
More approachable.
Just cheaper.
Budget.
Yeah.
More budget friendly. So
Right.
less rounds, obviously, cheaper cars. But is a I'm just waiting for it.
Is a pedal box, a collapsible or steering column, and I mean, I get the sequential transmission thing. Yes, that is a pretty big, drastic price.
Yeah, that's a
difference.
huge price. You got the
But pedal box and the column, even with all the custom fab work, it's not that much money.
no. I mean, that
So-
should be more.
It's been a while.
What's going on?
It's been a while.
What's going on?
Yeah, so he's
I'm anticipating like being shocked, and it's like
it's coming.
I know,
It's coming.
I know.
Yeah, we got to do it a little more often though.
What? I'll remember that when you get it.
You should.
You said you
should
want
like
that
hide
one.
it. Ben, you should like hide it so they don't.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. No, don't worry about it. So keep going as you were saying, Paul.
Anyways, so I mean, I can't think. Go ahead and talk.
I can't
So
think
we're
'cause
just
he's-
talking about like what should have been, like the things that really matter when it comes to bringing down costs. Obviously, they did right with the sequential transmission thing, although that kind of messes up some of the guys that had sequential transmissions in Pro 2 last year, such as Dustin Miles. Now he has to go and find H pattern, and now since the sequential's banned, it's going to be a little bit harder to sell, even though there's still pro
No, I don't
guys.
think it'll be harder
Nah,
to
he'll be
sell
able
a
to sell
sequential.
that.
No, you sell.
No,
it.
he was talking about how that it's gonna be a little bit of an issue, and then Travis Reeder comes and he's a pro and he can take a sequential, and he was like, "Yeah, I don't want a sequential." So it's like So it's like, who is he gonna sell it to? You know, like it becomes a little bit tougher.
It's a lot of money.
Now. Yeah, it's a lot of money.
Because it's not like you're gonna sell for $1,000. You're gonna have to sell for like 12, 13.
And the problem is that his has a couple of years of use on it already, so it makes it even harder to sell.
I'd still probably get $10,000 for it.
Possibly, but you know,
It just basically there could have been a lot more.
Yeah.
A lot of different things that they could have.
We'll split. So it's just like anything else. I mean, there's always people. Anytime you do change, there's going to be that resistance to that change. So we'll see how it comes and how they manage to transition into that rule book. So let's see what happens. Maybe it'll be a good thing, and then after a couple of years, people are like, oh, now thinking about it, it really did good for the sport. We don't really know. So I try to look at the positive side of it. Maybe there are some positives. We don't understand some of it. We don't agree with a lot of it, maybe, but it's not our decision to make.
No, of course.
We're just going to watch it.
In my opinion, I think when everything's said and done, it's going to provide, a great show either way. And then on top of that, they're trying to make Pro Spec equal but not equal to Pro. Because they're allowing pro drivers to jump down, no matter if you're number one or whatnot. You can jump into that in another car if you want to compete, or if your car is compliant already, you can go and compete in pro spec. So
I guess we'll see.
Yeah, so that's interesting. I mean, it's giving these pro spec guys an opportunity to go up against the pros, give them more experience. So that way, when they do jump into pro, they have a little bit better of an idea of what to expect. So I think there's some positives there.
Mm-hmm. My question is, like, what next? I mean, first CCUs, and then, I mean, you do have other, like, I guess, other forms of motorsports that they've gone to the extent of, like, really standardizing a lot of things. Mm-hmm. Obviously, the transmission and maybe, well, I want to say roll cages, but... yeah, you do see some examples of them sort of using the same parts to lower costs and try to like even out the playing field. So then the question then becomes like for CCUs, what do you think possibly could be the next thing?
I mean, as far as even the play field, you gotta get to the engine, the engine plant.
Tires.
The power
They already
plant.
have the tire thing.
The power plant.
Yeah.
They got to go to the power plant. I mean, honestly, that's what people are. Ow! Spending the most amount of money on it.
Okay.
He got you where you weren't thinking about it. Impressive.
That's great.
I am not looking forward to that.
Not at all.
So as you were saying, Paul?
No, I'm saying nothing.
Okay.
No. I mean, the power plant is where it's going to be the worst.
Power plant. Okay.
I can't. This is too funny. Excuse me. All right. So as far as power plant, I mean, maybe they can limit it to like factory engines only or factory style engines. Like, not saying that they have to be stock.
Or they do like rally. Why don't they do like rally where you have a restrictor?
Or you have to
Of
how much airflow you can bring in the engine.
Whatever car you have to use that
Yeah.
manufacturer motor. So you
And it
can't
has-
put an LS and a Nissan.
And it
No,
can't-
I think that's stupid. I
think that's good. I think
And
they
it
should
does,
do
and
that.
it can't be like a billet block.
Well,
or
what
a
happens
dark
if you get
block
like
or
a car that
something?
doesn't have like a good engine to start with? Like
No, if you have it, it doesn't matter. If you have a Nissan and you can
No,
do
no,
an
I
RB
mean, no.
in it, what
or any your
any
well, but I mean, if you have
of
like a
that make.
Hyundai, if you have a Hyundai Genesis, what motor are you gonna use? Nothing.
They have a V6.
Yeah, but it sucks.
And they have a V8 too.
Yeah,
They both suck.
so then don't pick a Genesis.
Yeah.
Well, no, but that doesn't make any sense. No, I think you should be allowed to swap motors, but just the
They can use the
50
4B11
the-
from Mitsubishi. It's from the Evo.
they should be allowed to use motors, or just standardize it. Just have 3 sets of motors you can use.
Oh, like
Yeah.
you can use
You
2J,
can use an
you can use
LS1,
LS.
a 2J, or blah blah blah.
So basically,
And
crate,
they
crate
supply the
engines.
engine.
Crate engines.
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
supply the engine.
Like
all
Ford,
the engines.
like a Ford Coyote LS or
No, you
2J.
get, I say 1 V8, 1 inline 6, and 1 4-banger.
Yeah, but then you're limiting the manufacturers. Like,
They're limiting manufacturers now anyway.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
So they have Toyota, they have Ford. They just need one more, and then they say Toyota's got an engine. Say the BMW engine or whatever the hell you want to do. Then you got the ow. Freaking hell! Then
This is what you wanted.
You got the Ford's engine on the Coyote. Ah, God, man. I'm like wrong hand to grab stuff with. Go ahead. You talk more, please.
I would think that would kind of limit the playing field, and the manufacturers want to be involved in that series. I'm not talking about ECUs or whatever. We already know that's limited to Link, and tires is limited to Achilles if that's what they're going with this year. But I'm saying like maybe the manufacturers would like to come down into Pro Spec and sponsor some drivers, because think about what if Von Gittin wants to run in Pro Spec with a lower spec Mustang, and oh no, you can't run the V8 from Ford. You got to run the LS. You know, so that limits. I think the best thing is to kind of keep it to a similar engine that came in your car, or an engine from the manufacturer. Like, you know, if you have a 240, you could run an RB or a VK, whatever.
The point is to save money, so I don't think that makes any sense.
I don't think so either. But I think the best thing you could possibly do is
the point is to really make.
The point is to save money. Just make it a full street class where you have full interior. You have, mandatory. You can't cut off the front radiator.
Yeah, but the problem
radiator core. But I'm saying that's going to keep a budget, because it's basically a high power street car.
My thing with it is that you come from a full street car and then you're going to go run pro the next year. You're not going to be set up right.
Yeah, no,
you need to have something that is similar.
Close. That's all. That's close.
Yeah.
So I mean, horsepower limitations. I don't think so. Why don't they just make it no limitations?
Well, there are already limitations. If you think about it, the tire rule kind of puts a limitation on horsepower, because you can have 1,000 horsepower versus a guy with 600 horsepower, but you're not going to get away with them because you're on skinny little tires. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? So,
but then you find a lot of the guys they run heavier cars, so they can run the
well. But
cars.
In Pro Spec, you're stuck to the 255.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter your weight. I mean, if they're sticking to Pro 2 rules as well, it has to be 2,900 pounds.
I mean, do you think we really need Pro Spec? I mean, why don't we just have more like higher end series throughout the state that are local series, like kind of like clutch kickers, where you have a local bracket and you have to be in that region and all that, and then if you can qualify in your region, you just go to pro,
like regionals,
like it used to be. I don't think there was anything flawed in that design.
Well, like you mean when they had SWD and stuff like that.
Yeah, but I think what they should do is really pump that system up. Because how many people go to watch Pro Spec? I don't even watch it.
Well, that's the thing. It's going to be on the same day.
But I'm saying,
so
how many
helps.
people really? I mean,
I don't. I mean, I always liked watching Pro 2.
I would like to see more people in Pro, so that way it's not the same. Like the same guys automatically get top 32. Mm-hmm. I would like to see like 64 people in the running to get.
You want to see at least 32 competitive drivers where you really don't know who's going to win, so it's not the same.
I don't want to see any freaking buy runs off the top 32.
Yeah,
that's what I would like to see. So
I'm
more people in Pro.
I'm with you on that, but I mean,
well, they are. And that was the thing that they said if somebody ran Pro 2 this year, they have the option to step up to Pro.
But I'm saying last year, the years before, I don't think they had more than 32 drivers, right?
One or two times have I seen 32 drivers qualify.
But they will next year because they gave the option.
We'll
a lot of those Pro 2 drivers are going to step up because
they're going to move up.
They were like, well, why am I going to build another car to compete in Pro Spec?
Exactly. Yeah. Why would? Yeah. That's.
And so they're going to increase their Pro.
Maybe that was their goal too. Is to wipe the field of the Pro, because I mean, come on, the Pro Spec guys were good enough to start competing.
So there was also another announcement by Kevin Wells, the technical director of Formula Drift, where he was saying, if you come from Pro-Am and you don't have a car that can go into Pro Spec, you can petition to go into Pro, but it doesn't mean you're going to be accepted. But if you got
I thought the rule says you can't.
You have to petition. You can petition. You don't automatically.
It's pretty much the same as it's always been, but they announced that hey, you can petition to come in.
And I'm sure if that person did good, they did all the, because I think with Formula Drift, one of the things that they want to see committed drivers, right? So they want to see drivers that are going to do the whole season, the complete season.
Yeah.
And they don't want drivers, even if their driving skill level is up there, just competing in half the events and then
I
so they would rather have to fill the field
Right.
Because it doesn't matter. You have a full field. You have more entertainment, more competition.
Right.
And
But
then
I just think it's more entertaining to see, like, even if the guy was only for one round, I still think it's more entertaining to see that one guy come out there. I mean, you had, what's his name do it? Freaking, God, what is his name?
What
I can't
car?
believe. The RX-8, the only guy that drives an RX-8.
Kyle Mohan?
Kyle Mohan. He only competed in one round last year.
No, he competed in
Two rounds?
Yeah.
Two rounds. He competed in 2 rounds.
right.
Yeah.
Still. So you had
Yeah.
some guys that only competed in certain rounds.
Right.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I would like to see tops, a 64 drivers list compete for top 32, and then from there it's just like boom, battle, boom. That's the way it used to be, though. Remember when
Yeah.
it was a
Yeah.
while
Yeah.
back? It was like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The
but
driver's
then,
been dwindling off.
they brought in Pro 2 because they understood that there was a huge gap between Pro Am and Pro.
Yeah, no, I agree,
So-
but I don't think that's there anymore.
Well, see, but that
I
falls-
think there's a
but
big gap.
Let me touch on that because another person that I was able to reach out to was Josh Mason. I don't know if you guys remember
Yeah.
Josh
Yeah.
Mason.
Right.
And we were talking about the Pro-Am series, and I was asking him about how the Pro-Am series went over there because over here, the only Pro-Am series we had really was SWD, and then we had Three Palms where they ran it, which was a joke.
Yeah.
But they
and
ran it.
now all there is East 10 that I
Right.
can think of.
Right, but SWD,
Yeah, that's far.
Streetwise Drift, to get your pro license with Streetwise Drift, that was probably the most competitive Pro-Am series in the country.
Yeah.
Because you had to travel further than most of the ones over in California, right?
Yeah.
And when I was talking to him, he said, I think he was saying it was Irwin. Well, they ran at Irwindale. Did they run a Pro-Am series? I forget.
Yes, they ran.
He told me
pro-
the
they,
names.
they did one.
There was Vegas Drift that
But
had
he
a
said
Pro-Am.
the one series one of the series that he competed in. He said that the full series was at the same track.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Vegas.
And he
Vegas
said
is like that, yeah.
He said that it wasn't until the last event of the season they would run the pro layout. He goes, they ran these really small layouts.
Yeah.
And because people were complaining about drifting the bank and all these other things, and he was like, well, if you want to go pro, because he was like, hey, we should be driving, if we're trying to compete pro, we should be driving the pro layout every time.
Yeah.
Right.
And we should compete the pro layout every time.
Agreed.
And he said the drivers were just giving him a hard time about it, so they ended up running a less competitive layout, and they would only run that layout at the event. And he said a lot of people would fail it up, and he goes, and then they're going to get the pro license and go compete in pro. He's like, that's not preparing you.
No, that's not
I
preparing.
mean, with Streetwise Drift, sometimes we drove with Formula Drift tracks, so we would drive their tracks, and when we didn't, they would really challenge you with their course layouts. It wasn't
VIR.
VIR, even Charlotte County
That was
yeah,
one of them.
Charlotte Motor
Charlotte
Speedway.
Motorsports. I mean, that was a wicked weird entry.
Yeah, I heard that was really tough.
So yeah, and I mean, you were going like 80 something miles an hour into almost a 90-degree turn, and then it's a super straight. It's not even a rounded turn.
Yeah.
So you had to extend it. So Streetwise Drift, they really put the drivers through their paces to get their Pro-Am, and that's what. If the Pro-Am series, if Formula Drift would hold the Pro-Am series up to a certain standard, then I think they could go back to what they did before, where you have the Pro-Am series that's independent of Formula Drift, but knowing that they're not putting out they're challenging the drivers on layouts that are going to prepare them for the pros.
Yeah, and to touch on that point, it also brings up the fact that, and this is a personal choice if you're a driver out there or whatever, but you should, if you're planning to compete in Pro-Am to go into pro, take some time driving your car. Don't just build a Pro-Am car and be like, oh, I'm ready for Pro-Am. You're not, because it's competition. The people who are there are trying to make it into pro spec or pro, and they're good. They're real good drivers. So why are we going to just build a car and just go out there? And that's because now that they're going to start complaining, oh, I can't do the bank. Like, yeah, you didn't prepare yourself as a driver, you know? So, like, yeah, build your car and all that, but have experience before getting into these things, because then you're going to get thrown to the wolves, and Formula Drift is going to have drivers coming in and out because they weren't prepared for that kind of challenge.
Right, they blew the motor, they hit a wall, and now they have to rebuild their whole car. They're down for 2 other seasons, and they take 6 months out without driving because their car's not ready.
Right.
And then where'd that person go? Oh, I don't know.
Yeah, and I think that's also, I don't want to call it a responsibility, but it's something that the Pro-Am series should prepare the drivers for. It's like, hey, you're doing this now, but this is how we're gonna run our series. This is what we expect you to bring to our series. This is how, we're gonna be tough on you, because when you get to that level, nobody's gonna give you any handouts or anything unless you're really good, and you might get a couple of sponsors here and there, because look at the people who you're competing against. If James Dean comes back, you're in trouble. You got Vaughn, you got Chelsea, you got, Frederick Osbo. I mean, you got these guys that are out there that are absolute monsters, and you got to go out there with the mentality of, I'm out here.
Turk was really good this year.
And they're competing outside of Formula Drift in the off season.
Yeah, and you got to go into Formula Drift with a mentality that I'm here because I can beat those guys.
Yeah.
That's why I'm here. Mm-hmm. So if you're not going in there like that, you're not giving yourself a chance.
And it's not even just beating them as a driver; it's also beating their team, because their car setup and their support that they have.
Of course,
right?
it's becoming more and more a team sport than ever.
Yeah.
Because
which is great. I think that's awesome.
I love that. I love that aspect of it. I mean, it's tough on like people like us, but like, because we have real jobs and all that. But I mean, if you can get a group of friends together and really learn how to put a car together
Jeff
and everything.
Jones's team is just a group of friends, right?
Perfect example. A perfect example. So I mean, so if you're trying to go out there, take your time, prepare yourself. It's going to be a long journey, and just know that when you finally get to that, to that start line against, James Dean or something, you're not out there to test out if you can run with him or not. No, you're out there to beat the guy.
Right.
So.
Alrighty. Wow.
Ben, would you fall asleep while you were talking?
No. I didn't.
Ben's like, done talking.
No, you shut up yet? God, man.
Yeah.
You
Also,
talk a lot too. Come on, man.
I know,
I
but it's
know, you
always
talk also.
Yeah, I do talk a lot, but
like, bro, relax.
that's why I'm here.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
All right. Also, I just want to remind folks on the chat. Actually, first off, welcome, John and Ralph.
Oh, welcome.
Thank you for joining. If you want, we got the challenge, the shock collar challenge.
Yeah, so if you just joined, hang on, we got to explain this here. Paul he won the challenge a third time on the Wheel of Misfortune.
Can you call it win?
Or lost. He lost.
You've been chosen.
I feel like I'm
You've been
losing. Yeah.
So
Definitely
he decided to choose. We're like, all right, the third time you got to be able to choose your challenge, and he chose the shock collar on his wrist. So I mean, how's that going for you, by the way?
Just waiting. It's just like it's any second now. I'm gonna be like, holy cow!
Yeah, we do it we don't. Ben has the control, so like he does it at random, whenever he feels.
Actually, not to mention you, the viewer, also have control too. If you'd like for the shock to occur, feel free to just put it in the comments, and
You got to use a lightning bolt.
I'll make it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I think there's a lightning bolt emoji. I hope so. Maybe
If
is
not,
there?
just say shock
or
or
shock.
buzz.
Yeah, I'm just looking over here, and man, there's so many emojis over here. Whatever. Anywho, you know what to do. You're also in control of the wheel, so feel free to jump in.
Oh,
at
we
any
got to
moment.
say congratulations to Juan. Juan and I got married.
Oh yeah.
Yes,
Last
that's
book,
right.
so-
Thank you for bringing it up. I was
Congrats,
bring that up.
congrats,
Yeah.
Juan. The wedding was beautiful.
The legend.
Yeah,
You
the-
in it?
Yeah, I was out there. It was awesome.
The legend himself got hitched. It was something that many thought was impossible, but it
There's
was.
hope for you.
There's hope. Well,
Yeah.
it's a long shot, but it's a shot, right?
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
In
I
the
mean,
dark.
and it's gratifying. It's happy for him, for both him and his lovely wife Sasha, and I gotta tell you, it's very inspirational what has happened with them, and it's to the point where I've come up with a musical accompaniment.
Oh, really?
Really?
Yeah, too
Oh,
short.
wow.
It's very short. It's very short, but it's something that inspired me by. So let's get things started with It's not one,
Oh,
but two. Girl, you're getting 2 inches of heaven. Not one, not two.
Two
Girl,
inches
you
of
want
heaven.
one when I'm through with you. All right, that's it. Yeah.
Oh man,
I wasn't expecting that
I
one.
wasn't expecting that either. Yeah, we got to see.
Were you expecting that?
Oh man.
Here's the little James Brown there. Get down.
Oh man.
Paul's feeling it, man. Paul's feeling it over there.
Yes, yes, indeed. By the way, that was that was a compliment to Ralph, who wrote, "This is for Paul's mean comment last time." I don't know what he said.
What did I
last
say
time.
about
I don't
him?
know. He said
I
several
said
things.
something mean to him?
Yeah.
Gosh.
You're a big jerk.
Oh man. Passive aggressive.
By the way, we have a comment from Rye, who says, "I wonder." If it'll make international drivers more or less likely to come back with pro spec rules, won't be as easy for them to flip the switch to pro without going back home to build another car.
Don't most of them go straight to pro though.
Most of them do, but I mean, I've seen a few international drivers go to pro too.
Really?
Yeah, the guy from Norway. Man, but he was driving Osmo Supra.
Oh really?
Yes, name escapes me, man. He was really good too.
Like every woman in your life.
Oh, wow.
That's worse than softball.
She just keeps getting out of the van. I keep forgetting to lock the back doors.
Well, I'm gonna go kill myself tonight.
Come on, don't say that.
That's mean.
Oh man, just make me
Man.
film it. That's all.
You're terrible.
Gosh.
Okay.
God. Okay, this is going wrong. Anyways, so yeah, no international. I don't know if any of that actually came over to do pro spec, but
Ula Jaeger. There we go. That's his name. Sorry.
Oh,
okay.
Yeah,
There you go.
good.
What
Repeat
was
that
his
again?
name?
Ula Jaeger.
Ula.
No, hang on. How you did it?
Ula Jaeger.
There you go.
Oh, that's kind of Ula Jaeger.
Yeah.
I gotta make my hand signals. Come on, I'm famous for that.
Okay.
Is his middle
Anyways.
name La?
Ula.
La. Yeah. Oh, forget it.
Yeah.
That's the part. That's the dad joke part of me that came out.
Yeah,
Okay.
I figured it out real quick. But.
All right. So as you were saying, Paul.
No, what I'm saying is that I'm going to get shocked any second now. And,
Well, it ain't
no,
now.
anytime I talk. No, I don't think there's that many international drivers coming to.
But it is.
Try
I
prospect,
can see how that could.
But yeah, no, it definitely would be. Now there's no reason to do it, right? So
Right.
they
Yeah.
wouldn't want to do
They're
it.
going to come over pro, or there's
Yeah.
really no reason to do prospect as
Yeah.
an international driver.
Oh, we forgot. Josh Robinson came from Australia to live in America to do Pro 2 as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
No,
So-
there it was. So guys.
There are guys that
Oh.
from out of the country that find Pro 2 or now Pro Spec more attractive because it's only 4 rounds that, and now if they're, maybe 2 or 3 years down the line, new drivers that are jumping in, maybe they'll be like, all right, now that series makes sense for them because it's cheaper to run. But for the guys who are transitioning from Pro 2 to Pro Spec, it is tough. It is tough for them.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right. I thought. No, you usually go on a roll, so I just figured
Yeah,
you were
it's-
just gonna keep going.
No, it was a short thought.
It was a short thought. Okay. Yeah. What was it? Juan's wedding, right? So
Yes. Yeah.
congratulations to him. We are moving on, and also again, remember, folks, the
Wonder what happens
Zap,
if you
zap.
shock me when I grab Noel.
Nope, don't. No.
Damn it! You should have shocked me.
I didn't win the challenge. You did.
Yeah, I get shocked still.
You saw Noel like move?
yeah.
I've never seen him move that fast.
Quick.
I don't
Holy
want that.
cow.
I don't want that. Even if I get chosen, I don't want that.
It was like a gazelle.
Don't you do it. Don't you do it.
Or more like
I will kick you.
What's up with him?
No,
man.
I don't want any of that, man.
wait till he
Can
gets.
you
a
imagine he
challenge.
gets this?
You're gonna
He's
be-
gonna cry like a little baby.
Yes, I will cry.
Okay, that'll be great.
I fear he may have like a unreported condition that
a phobia?
medical condition that he might not be aware of.
Maybe not. I don't know. I just don't want any part of that.
Hey,
That's
look,
it.
we have an EMT, so if anything happens,
Yeah,
No,
we're,
you're okay.
we're fine.
Oh,
Yeah, if
let
anything
me-
happens, I'll just take that and put it on your chest and tell him to shock.
Yeah, that's
Turn
why
it up.
there's the second one, right?
Yeah, turn it up. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh boy. Anywho, also I wanted to mention the PBIR event.
Oh yeah.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
How many drivers were out there?
I was blown away.
You were really surprised because you said there's
Yes.
nobody going to come out to
Nobody's
PBR.
gonna come.
I was like,
Everybody's
everybody
going to be on the car
drivers.
track. Nobody's coming to PBR. We should just close the door.
You did say that. You did.
I did
it.
say I did say it. I was pleasantly wrong about that.
Pleasantly wrong.
Yeah, because I was
He was
pleasantly
satisfied.
surprised.
He was pleasantly
Of the
He was
turnout.
pleasuring himself in the back of the truck.
Yeah, that's why you couldn't see my hands most of the time.
Yeah. Oh man.
But
God.
anyway, no, it was. I really thought that like last year when they took the kart track out, we had 15, 20 drivers out there when we went out there, Ben.
Give
it
or
was-
take.
Yeah, but it wasn't so much that you were saying. You were saying it because of the Orlando kart track event that everybody was going to be there and nobody would be at PBIR, and
Yeah.
it ended
Oh.
up almost half the field, from what I understand, from the Orlando kart track
Yeah,
ended
they-
up coming down
After
Yeah.
after the event, or even before the event ended, and coming
Yeah.
down and driving at PBIR.
I completely forgot that event happened.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The,
Well, so the live stream.
It's true. It's true. I mean, I don't know what to
The
tell
live
you.
stream was well, I don't know. It was hard to.
I didn't actually see the live stream. I saw snippets of the live stream. So
We watched.
I heard a lot of people say it was good. So
Yeah.
Did?
Yeah.
I think the camera quality was good.
I
Except
think the
for
graphics are really good.
Yeah, the graphics are good. I just wasn't a fan of the drone.
No, the drone they were sharing it looked like they were sharing the footage from where the driver sees. 'Cause
Right.
The
Yeah,
footage
the
that the
pilot.
driver sees
Yeah.
is really blurry. They don't
Yeah.
have the setup like they have over at
Clutch Kickers?
Clutch Kickers, where they have.
It looked like they put a filter over it to make it look like you were watching it on a
No, that's what it
VCR.
looks like when you're flying the drone.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It usually looks like that. So
Interesting.
yeah.
Okay.
Oh, so you think that they didn't have the proper HDMI output?
No, I think they were looking because, like, if you ever watch drone racing and you see because I was going to get into it, see what those guys are looking to. It's very fuzzy. It's an antenna based a video signal, and you're going to shock me at any second now. But I'm just saying it doesn't.
He's worried about the hand movement. That's
The
what it
hand
is.
movement. I just
do
wait for
this,
the
and it's just
finger
like,
to go. tick.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Anyways, so it looked like that. It didn't look like because at Clutch Kickers they use a sling and a GoPro, right? From what I remember, they were using actually some
No,
they were
no.
using some DSLRs as well.
Yeah, no. The setup at Clutch Kickers is a little different. They actually kind of like did some other things, but if I recall,
But he was
correct-
using sling on those drones.
on the drones. No, not necessarily.
No, I saw him.
Yeah, you saw them, but the way how he interfaced with it wasn't like that.
Okay,
It wasn't
well, anyways.
entirely like that.
Yeah, we're okay.
Anyways.
The drifting, the
So-
drifting.
So, I think
We're getting technical.
Adam LZ ended up winning the street comp.
Yes, he won the
Who
street.
won?
And his 350, I think it was.
Who won the pro comp? The advanced comp.
I hate to
some guy I
admit it.
don't
I
even know.
didn't see it.
No, we were watching it on the way back.
What car was it?
I think it was
Ben Julian was there at the end. And,
Yeah.
Taylor
Yeah.
Ray was.
But I know Ben
His car got
Julian.
banged up.
Yeah, and then I know there was I saw a post by Taylor Ray saying this isn't rubbing. This isn't.
Yeah.
You're not. This isn't like a cool door tap, bro. This is like. a
Oh yeah,
straight
he
up
was
crash.
upset.
Yeah,
he was upset
Yeah,
about.
I mean it was a pretty.
Yeah.
It wasn't a light tap. You
No,
know? So
no,
if you're
that-
walking away, it's like, yeah, man, we're rubbing, and it's like, no, you T-boned me.
Especially considering the speeds of that track. You shouldn't be hitting that hard
Yeah,
when you're
exactly.
going, 20 miles an hour or whatever it is.
You just shoved
You
it
know?
into his door and just said, "Hey, dude, nice tap."
Yeah, no, that was just a straight up like I'm just gonna stick it to your door, but without using the brakes.
But I
that's
was
just-
lost with the, so I didn't know when things started, and I know they had a rain delay. Apparently, I think they had a rain delay.
Yeah.
Some issue was with the rain.
Yeah,
But anyways, that being said,
Isn't it called OKC?
OKC? Yeah,
yeah, Orlando Kart Center.
yeah. But PBIR, the U.S. Drift Circuit event, went off with a bang. I mean, it was a great event. Tons of cars out there, tons of spectators out there watching.
Yeah.
So that was cool. We got to do the live stream out there, which was nice.
Yeah.
So that was fun to do.
That was
We
a
saw a
blast.
couple accidents.
Yeah.
Car
Yeah,
hit
the one at
wall,
the end.
The one at the end, and actually, after we left, there was a altercation from all that.
Oh,
Whoa!
Yeah,
Whoa!
so-
Wait,
so-
I'm sorry. There was heat.
Yeah, there was heat in the pits. So,
Okay.
So apparently, there were some people that had been, I guess, related to the driver, and they were all upset, and I guess the tow truck driver brought the car back, and they thought the tow truck driver was going to steal the car. I don't know. It was a bunch of whole miscommunication.
Yeah, so-
yeah, and somebody swung on the tow truck driver apparently.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, it was,
Because they thought they were going to steal the
they thought
car.
they were going to steal the car. It was like ridiculous stuff.
What?
Just total like ridiculous stuff. And then, with PBIR, if you're damaging stuff, you got to pay for it, and that's part of the sign up. You recognize, okay, if I eat up the grass, they charge you track fees, which is most of the world does that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's nothing out of normal. So I guess when they approached them, and then that team, I'm not sure what the team, but they were like, "Oh, this is stupid. You guys are all upset about the track fees," and it's like, well, you made the damage. Why you upset at us for, right?
Yeah.
So it was kind of stupid from what I heard. I don't know all the details. I just know this shouldn't have been. The person got out. They were safe. There was no rubbing, racing, tapping walls and hitting stuff. That's just part of the game. That's part of the dangerous sport that we're involved in.
Yeah.
So stuff's gonna go wrong, and people are gonna get in accidents.
Definitely part
You
of
got to take responsibility for it, right? You can't be blaming the track for anything unless they're putting stuff in your way to force you to hit.
Yeah.
So
I'm just completely shocked.
No!
Thank you, Paul.
Bravo.
I mean, what? Like, where would they take the car? I just have no idea. Like, where would they put it? Like, in the middle of the canal and then just hide it there until like everybody
don't know.
leaves and then just.
I don't know.
Or
It just makes no sense.
yeah, like
I
how
was
do you
looking
run
up the bracket for OKC, okay? And you shocked me.
Okay, all right, but we're on the discussion about like
Okay.
where would they take it? I just don't understand. Like, what would cause them to? I mean, there's a logo on the side that says PBIR. It's like it's not like a random person with no label or anything like that would just go ahead and pick up the car. It's like sweet, a score.
Yeah.
Especially a crash car. What the hell?
Yeah.
Why would I want your crash car?
Well, it's a fire sale. Think about it.
Fire sale.
Yeah, it's a fire sale. You got all the parts available. You just go ahead and just make a couple of posts on OfferUp, Craigslist,
Part up.
Facebook Marketplace, which obviously you guys definitely frequent.
Yes. Yeah.
And
It's an addiction. Facebook Marketplace addiction. I think
Yeah.
they need a rehab for that. Yeah. I'm addicted to Facebook Marketplace.
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
I have no money.
oh boy.
That's definitely me.
Question from Rai, who writes, what was actually damaged? Just grass, or was it a big hit? Now, the problem is that from our vantage point, it was very difficult to see exactly what he hit and where he hit. Well, actually, no, it was easy
hit
where
the
he
wall
hit.
on the back.
He hit the wall towards the. I don't even know the turn numbers anymore. This track is huge.
It was after turn 5.
After turn 5.
The big sweeper.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's a big sweeper, and then he flew off from there. What is
And
that?
on the
Lemonade.
Doesn't look like that.
Sorry,
he flew off on the left side.
I was parched.
Parched. Oh,
What's
okay.
that?
Oh, that's right.
I'm not doing that. Yeah. I ain't falling for that.
Okay, you're making me laugh.
Yeah.
You want something?
But no, I'm good for now. But in any case, I believe it was on the left side of that after turn 5. I mean, again, couldn't really tell. It was nighttime. The visibility.
Yeah, we didn't even know a car crashed.
No, I did. I knew. The
But I mean,
problem
people
was-
were still on the track and driving the track like it was no issue.
No.
Alex Puig turned around right away.
Yeah, he did.
He stopped.
No, I know he did, but I'm saying the track officials didn't know until somebody finally said, "Hey, no, there's a guy stuck out there on the track."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you couldn't really see it because there was like bushes right exactly where his car was.
Yep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
But I just thought it was just a simple hit. They picked it up, took it back. I mean, it's standard procedure. We see it all the time.
Yeah.
Right? But then this time around, I guess it led up to, this is like that Ron Burgundy meme. It's like, well, that escalated quickly.
Yeah.
You know, those kind of deals. But in any case, so do we know the winner for the pro
No,
competition?
I
for
got
OKC?
shocked. It was shocking.
Okay.
So shocking.
No, you wanna look that up?
I'll go
Since
ahead.
you're the kid with all the
Yeah,
information.
come on,
Right.
kid.
Yeah.
Where's Zach? Zach should know.
Yeah, exactly.
speaking of Zach, I don't know if you want to get into that or you want to.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I want to make the announcement.
Yep. So, do you want Ben? You want to make the announcement?
No, you do it.
Oh,
That's
you
fine.
want me to
I could provide the background.
You're supposed to be looking for.
Yeah,
Company
okay.
name.
Oh.
Okay.
All right.
Drum roll. Now, was lame. So we are going to be hosting the live stream again for the Clutch Kickers second season. Da-da-da! Yay! All right! Woo!
And we're taking the wheel with us, the Wheel of Misfortune.
Oh, we are going to take.
Oh God!
Oh man!
We should let the guests spin it,
Oh,
and
like
we
the-
have to do the challenge while they're
that would
Yeah.
while they're there. It'd be like rapid.
Okay, but it wouldn't be like an all-day challenge. It'll
No,
have like
no. It's only when the guest is there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, just
okay.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
All right.
So
cool,
yeah,
cool,
so we're going to be hosting the live stream once again for the full season this time. That's pretty awesome. So it was really cool to have the Clutch Kickers guys reach out to us and ask us if we were willing to do it again, and we said absolutely.
Yeah.
One thing we did notice, Ben, about the schedule this year
Yes.
is what?
Yes. So last year, the dates were scheduled for the practice and qualifying on Saturday, and then the main competition taking place on Sunday. Now, for some reason, I kept looking on the dates this year as I started doing prep work for it, and I realized that it's like the numbers were off. Something was off about it. I kept looking at the dates. And then it was only until like I looked at the actual calendar, that I realized it's like, hey, they added an extra day. So now it seems like on the schedule, you have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Right.
I think they had a lot of people coming in on Friday, and
Yeah.
they just.
I think they're
decided-
going
It's
to do a practice
rolling.
day
Or it could be a practice day, but
because everybody has a full day of practice before they compete.
yeah, it could possibly be
Oh, no,
that
is
or
Zach
just
here?
roll in.
Is Zach on there?
I don't know.
No.
I'm
Probably
hoping.
not tonight, right?
Yeah,
Maybe
of course. Yeah, I mean, he would be able to answer the question, but we can speculate.
Really? You want to speculate?
Let's speculate.
No, don't.
No, I mean, we would assume it'd probably be for practice or for some kind of reasons for parking there on Friday. Like
Well, no,
everybody does.
it's actually one of the days of the event, so it can't be just rolling.
It's a day in an event.
Yeah, why would they put a third day of the event and not just tell people you can roll in the day before? They could roll in the day before anyways. That was already a thing.
Yeah, but maybe they
Because
wanted to
I-
make it official. I don't know.
No,
Maybe
I
there's
think they're going to do. I'm assuming they're going to do practice. Maybe they'll even do. No, I don't think they'll do practice because if they do practice, then and Saturday morning they get right into qualifying. You don't have to do practice.
Yeah. I mean, they should all be warmed up and ready to go pretty much, right?
You've already got your car set in, and maybe give them like a quick run or something like that just to get their cars if the track conditions are different. But
I just thought of something. Maybe they need that extra day to change all the tires on that manual method that you came across.
oh yeah,
Remember?
Yeah, it's going to be a whole day of just running over tires and breaking beats. Oh man, how miserable would that be? Can you imagine?
Wow.
No, they got that all taken care of this time, so that's not going to be an issue, which is great.
Who do you think is going to win this year?
Oh, wow.
Ooh,
That is...
Who do you think is going to compete? And who
Well,
do you think's
Josh
gonna win?
Mason, unfortunately, I know he was planning to do the whole season, but unfortunately, he won't be able to do the whole season.
That's
So that's going to be
unfortunate.
sad to see him because I know he was really looking forward to it. But he's got he's just like a lot of us. Comes a time in your life where you got to make certain priorities, and certain priorities, unfortunately, drifting can't always be that priority, and you
Yeah.
have to take care of certain things that are going to be able to allow you to get back into it. So we're hoping that he'll be able to this year be able to take care of what he needs to take care of and be able to come back stronger next year. So
Yeah.
we're looking forward to seeing Josh Mason next year. I think he is going to try to do one round, but maybe we'll see some pro drivers do it. I don't know.
I'm
I don't know. Are we going to see less guys? Well, they're
Well,
already
we
sold
know
out,
Adam
right?
LZ is going to be there, so he's definitely going to be a contender.
Yeah, he's a contender, and I'm thinking.
I mean, Adam LZ should take it this year, right?
maybe or
Well,
Kevin
Oh,
Lawrence.
hang on there.
Kevin Lawrence is my guy for this year.
Well, you have the Cowboy
Is your
too.
guy?
If he does the whole season, I mean,
Oh yeah. Taylor Hall.
Taylor Hall.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And Magic Mike is doing it again, right?
yeah, he is, and he's
Ooh.
Did he
he's
do the
setting
whole
up.
season?
Yeah, he did the whole season.
Last
And-
year, did you?
Yeah, he
Oh,
did the
Oh,
whole
okay.
season last year, and now he's. I've been seeing some of his Facebook posts, and there's a lot of upgrades coming to the car, so we're gonna see some pretty exciting driving
So,
from
yeah.
him.
Is he doing some upgrades on his dance routine? I'm curious.
You're curious, aren't you?
Yes, I am.
I'll let you talk to him about that.
What?
I don't know any about it. About that. That's not my expertise.
Oh, okay. I think my question would be is like, who would you like to see? I mean, who wasn't there the last year? Who would you like to see compete this year?
I like to see Jeff Jones compete.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be an interesting
That'd be
one.
an interesting
I
one.
don't know. Well, I wouldn't want to.
Wait, what?
Yeah.
What's the
Why
matter with you?
not?
I would want to see. Who do I want to see?
Hey, I would want Jeff Jones just for
To have
just-
Jackson performance there.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what it is. World famous Chris Jackson will have no choice but to go there, and then we could just party it up with him.
Oh,
Yeah.
Could you imagine how crazy the event would be with world famous?
He
there?
was there last, like the event
Colin-
before us, right? Wasn't he? Yeah, because he went with
Yeah, we went with Bradley. But
Bradley.
what about Shulman? I wonder if Shulman's on. He's got his car up and going.
Yeah, I think they're still working on it, but yeah, they're in the process of getting that car back up together, and I hope he does very well. He's a good driver, and he
Who is in that area? I mean, who's popular in that area?
Well, Nick Castleberry.
And you
And
also
he's got a new car now. He's got
No,
a
but I mean
S14.
somebody that hasn't competed there that is popular over there. I mean, Thomas Miata did one round, right?
Thomas Miata. Yeah, I would like to see him.
Did he do one round? I know he did a
He did
drift
one
week.
round.
He
I think
did a
he did one
drift
round.
week.
I don't know
I
if
think he
did
did one
round.
round there.
I don't think so, but maybe. But well, somebody that did compete last year, though, I don't have an answer for who. But Alec Honadell, he might come
Yeah,
back.
that's true.
You know?
Oh, that would be cool to see.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
he might have the S14 running too, so that's a threat.
And he said Kevin Lawrence.
Kevin Lawrence, I think he's going to be the biggest threat. I mean, the way he finished the year last year, qualifying in a car that wasn't his, and then jumping into his
You think he's
backup
really going to
car.
compete that with Formula Drift going on? Is he gonna do
Yeah.
Formula Drift this year?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they don't land on top of each other, so why not?
Yeah,
Oh, they do not. They don't land on each other.
Yeah.
Nope.
Okay.
and he might just split the duties of the cars. Like he might just have the S14 for FD, and then the R32 for clutch kickers.
Then
So,
we have some other newcomers like Ryan Avocado. He's been
yeah,
tuning his car and building his car, so he may. You never know. We could see he may be able to go out there, and he's been practicing a lot.
yeah.
And
You got Emerson Nogueira from
Yeah.
from Atlanta, where he has the Chelsea's 1JZ E36. You know, he might make a.
I mean, maybe not win the season, but these are somebody that could possibly take out somebody in the earlier rounds
Yeah.
to mess up the points for the championship, right?
Right.
And that's really what it comes down to is we have the top
me ask you
drivers, top 5 or 6 drivers that you're like, okay, these guys are probably going to win, but any one of these other guys could come shining through. Like I think there was one day one season where Matt Field just was like he was just destroying everybody.
Yeah, yeah.
And was just like, wow, where'd he come from? And he's
Yeah,
just on
yeah.
fire. So you can have that situation. There's plenty of drivers that drive the Clutch Kickers event that can be that wrench, right?
Yeah.
To throw
be the
somebody-
wild card.
be the
What
wild
about
card.
speaking of wild card or spoiler, a championship spoiler? There might be somebody that might be competing this year, at least 1 or 2 rounds. Gabby.
Oh God, a driver wrangler. That's right. I forgot
Yeah.
Not
about
on that
that.
track yet, though.
Hey,
No.
it's not. It's
But he has spent at least 10,000 hours on a Seto Corsa driving that
It's
track,
not-
so
it's
that
not the
has
same.
to amount for something. I mean,
Yeah,
come on.
something has
It's not
to-
the same. Trust me, it's not the same.
Yeah, but either way, I mean, he could be out there. You never know what his potential is. I mean, we've never seen him compete, but you never know. So
I mean, I don't know. It might be a little difficult. I mean, he might have a lot of pressure on his back with, with us just
Actually,
doing commentary.
I was supposed to get something for him, but I just got so busy today because he picked up that bumper for me,
okay.
or the bash bar for me.
Yeah.
So I'll have to get to you
They're
guys.
not showing the reg list like they did last year.
Maybe it's still a work in progress.
Yeah.
But here's another question that I wanted to ask you guys. I love Chico. He's here for the beer. Whatchamacallit? Which driver would you like to come out of retirement to compete in the Clutch Kickers?
Come out
And
of
think
retirement.
one of them, in my opinion, Bill Stenger.
Okay.
Stanger.
Yes, Bill
He
Stenger.
he wanted to. He said it. He said he
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
would. He told us he would
I
when
like
he
to
was
see.
picking.
I like to see Harry come out.
Oh, that'd be
I'd like to see Jeremy Lowe.
Jeremy Lowe. Wow, that's a good one. Yes,
there's
yes.
another one.
Yes.
Yeah. Paul.
He just stole all the big names. It's like, jeez,
Well, there's.
take my thunder, why don't you?
Yeah.
Shocking!
You said you want to feel the thunder.
Oh man,
Oh.
He gave you the thunder back. That's for sure.
So, Paul?
No, let me think. Okay.
I thought the shock would help.
Shock
you.
treatment? Yeah, no, it doesn't work.
No, it doesn't. Oh,
I think
boy,
of who.
that's a bummer.
Let's go way
Who has
back to
retired?
Greasy Mule.
Oh, that's way too back.
No,
That's Hialeah Speedway days.
Yeah. Who would be another one? I mean, could you imagine just like a random
What about the guy in the Mustang? God, what was his name? Ah, freaking hell.
Willie?
Will Barnett?
No, not Will Barnett.
Willie Poopy?
No,
Which
no,
Mustang?
Willie Poopy. No, the guy that would win the SWD like almost every year.
Oh!
David
Oh,
was it Dave?
Doug Vandenbrink.
Doug
Vandenbrink.
Vandenbrink.
Wow,
Yeah, Doug
what happened to
Vandenbrink.
him?
He would do good.
Or Sammy Tiger.
Sammy
Sammy
Tiger.
Tiger. Oh yeah.
I got
Sam-
one. I got one.
Oh,
Hang on. Oh, man, it went away.
you had it. What the heck?
Bill Sherman.
Bill Sherman. I thought
Bill
about that too.
Sherman.
Yeah,
Bill Sherman,
yeah.
Hachi Bill. Wow, that'd be crazy.
What about those guys? There was the two guy, the guy in the 350Z and the guy in the G35 with the supercharger out the hood.
Oh, the Drift Emporium guys. Man, I don't have their names.
They were green first a little while.
Yeah.
They had all the
Black.
sicky kits.
Yeah. Drift Emporium. I remember them, but I don't remember the drivers themselves.
And they were like Dan. It was
And they had the VK56s with the supercharger sticking out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those cars were, man, they ripped.
I think they were LSs though.
Were they? I thought they were. Well,
Maybe I don't know.
I don't know.
Well,
They were
maybe we'll see
responsible
Louis
for sick-
Lazardi make a full season.
Who?
Oh yeah, Louis
Louis
Lazardi.
Lazardi. Yeah. That's a good one.
He needs to make a full season.
Yeah, that car sounds beautiful too. Wow.
Yeah, I remember when he came out with that, when he had that khaki colored E36.
Yeah.
And he was just destroying everything.
Yeah.
He was just ripping it.
Yeah, that was amazing. I remember those years.
I'm aware that Jonathan Aaron is, I believe, signed up for the whole season.
Oh, okay. All right.
So that's going to be interesting.
Well, yeah, so from what I understand, too, okay, so that was another thing when me and Josh were talking about different series.
Taylor
and
Ray
how-
is Taylor Ray going to come back? You know.
I believe so. but-
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
yeah.
is what he was saying is that over on the West Coast, like the Pro-Am series, they wouldn't fill up like that. Like he said, you get your typical 6 or 7 drivers that would sign up like early register, but he said 80% of drivers would register like the week of or the day of.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He goes to see. He was blown away to see that like almost the same few days that it opened up, it was almost full. Right.
Okay.
So he
because
said
because these guys know they can make money on it.
well, there's
You can make
to be
money.
made. There's money to be made, right?
Yeah.
But still, that happened. He said is just that is a big testament to clutch kickers and what they're doing for the drift
No,
community.
and even if you don't make top 16 to get the money, I mean, the experience of possibly going up against some of the best drivers
yeah, but you drive
in
the
the
win.
country. Yeah, of course, I understand.
You
But
drive the win.
But the experience
But you drive the
itself,
The
I get that.
Oh,
But I'm
possibility of putting your car into
you drive
Taylor
to win.
Hall's
You
door is is
Oh,
how come
Zach-
it doesn't work for me?
Huh?
Zachary's on the chat.
oh great.
Hey, there we go.
We have a couple of questions. Tim, what was the question? I forgot.
oh, what's the first day for? Why
Yeah.
3 days instead of 2?
Yeah, that's there. Yeah, because we noticed on the schedule it's like Friday,
Yeah, is
Saturday,
that
and
like
Sunday.
is that gonna be like a practice day?
So we're
or-
curious on that Friday.
Yeah.
What's that all about? But as you were saying before, sorry.
I don't know.
No.
I was disagreeing with Noel for some reason.
Yeah.
Not because
normal.
I actually disagreed, but just
That's
to
normal.
bug him.
Of
Yeah.
course. And it works. That's the problem.
Yeah, yeah. So it's going to be interesting. There are a lot of drivers that we would like to see.
Oh, you were talking about like how the registration fills up.
Oh, yeah. So me and Josh were talking, and he was telling me how over there that's really unheard of to see that many drivers when the event is posted. Hey, here's the event. Registration's open, and boom, it fill up almost immediately.
Yeah.
He said over there, he's like, it's not like that.
That's the way it was over here too. It's just this event.
Yeah. Well,
It's only this event.
no, SWD when they got quite a few people too.
There
to
was a lot of
register, too.
people, especially in
But
those-
I will say, Clutch Kickers is above and beyond what anything else.
We didn't pay for a season. We paid when we got there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
did I? Yeah, I think I did.
yeah.
No, I paid before then. SWD, I paid before then.
Oh.
Yeah, but like I said, Clutch Kickers is above and beyond
Right.
most every drift series that I've either been involved in or have been aware of as far
Yeah.
as filling up and popularity and just across the board.
It also helps that the technical rules for the series are pretty loose. You can kind of run whatever you want. You can bring an FD car, you can bring a street car, you can just drive
Pro
whatever.
spec.
You can drive a pro spec car.
Pro-spec.
So,
I like to see that. I like to see a battle between a pro car and a pro spec car. Let's see what happens there. Oh, and by the way,
pretty sure
that happened, didn't it?
we got a Pro 2 car and a Pro car last year.
Yeah. Dustin Miles and
Yeah.
his.
Zach wrote, we just reserved the track for Loden. Congratulations,
see?
no.
I was right.
okay,
No, I
And
said
Paul.
No said it.
No.
He didn't say
I
it.
said it in the chat first.
He did.
Oh.
He was the first one to say it.
Thank you. You get a prize for that. What is that prize, Ben?
Oh, okay. There you go. Yeah, that's your prize right there. Okay. Carry on. He says it's so we don't have a bunch of drag guys all over the place again, complicating things, and for
There
a
was drag-
pre-text
there was
setup,
drag guys?
etc. Oh, okay,
Makes
good.
sense.
So
Make it easier for them.
yeah, so basically you will not see us on the live stream on Friday. You will
No.
see us on Saturday and Sunday when
Right.
the main event shall commence.
Yep.
But
So
in
excited.
case-
It's gonna be so much fun.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm
Yeah.
ready. It's gonna
Eh,
be a blast.
Anybody else you would like to see out of retirement, so that way we could sort of provoke them, because definitely we'll like to see a mixture, a good eclectic.
Samuel Hubenat.
Reese Millen.
Yeah, Reese Miller. Yeah, now we're really getting into it.
Right.
Tanner Faust.
Tanner Faust is out.
Well, he's retired from drifting, so
Is he?
yeah.
Yeah.
Not that long ago though.
But see, that'd be interesting if like you have the series going a certain way with a certain winner, and then you have that wild card
That just shows
appeared
up.
out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Like for instance with Chelsea,
Yeah.
Oh,
how he
right,
just appeared
right.
out of nowhere in the
yeah,
last two
and
rounds.
you already know he's gonna be in the top 8, top
Random
4.
Chelsea
Yeah.
appeared.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
A new challenger enters.
Yes.
Right, and then next thing you know, it's like, for instance, let's
It
say,
is. It. You know what? That's what I like about clutch kickers. It's like Smash Brothers. It's just like this like you got a little 350Z against the Godzilla. You know, freaking
Smash
Yeah.
Brothers.
the pro car. It's just like it's insane.
Yeah, it is nuts. It is nuts.
It's just insane.
I just thought of something. What if we have like top 6? I mean, because there's plenty of space in the track, so just do like top 16 qualifying with just 16 cars on the track, and whoever does the best run out of those 16 cars, they move on, all at the same time. Let's just consolidate things, make it quicker.
What?
Yeah,
I didn't understand
I-
that.
yeah, that's
I'd have
kinda,
to say no. Yeah.
or see what car lasts the longest.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah,
there you go.
exactly.
Like a
Gauntlet.
yes.
Oh, God, the freaking
Like they're gladiators and
that
they're in a
Cadillac's gonna be
coliseum,
pump,
Yeah.
like punting cars all over the place.
and whoever wins gets a championship belt.
Championship.
Didn't we see
Yes,
that?
we saw it.
At
We
D1. We
saw
saw
it.
D1. Yeah.
So basically, Gabby told us is that there was a D1 event happening. What, last week? I forgot when.
It was
And-
this past weekend.
Yeah, and we were watching, and we're just like, okay, I guess we'll just check it out. I forgot who won, but I gotta tell you, like, they went above and beyond with the prizes, because I kid you not, they gave them like obviously the obvious check. They gave them like this like box with like this commemorative edition of like the event. They gave them what was it, a flag or something. I don't remember. They gave him some tools. They gave him a championship belt, the champagne. I mean, it just kept going and going. And like, I kid you not, the whole like booth was just filled with items to just
random things.
It was like a gift basket.
It was more than a
That'd
gift
be hilarious.
basket.
Can you
It was
imagine if you like
crazy.
you had like the guys at the podium and just like kept on handing them things? Just like just random things. Hey, here's a boot.
Metal chair.
Here's a boot. Here's a.
By the way, you're gonna have to rent a U-Haul to take all this home.
It was crazy.
Yeah, it was nuts.
I was just like absurd. I was like, how much more are they gonna bring? I mean,
I wonder if they have like a separate like pit van just in case they win. They have to bring all that stuff and it's just empty.
well, that's what I was saying, because I saw like the several Toyota Hiace, which is like this big like utility van, and I was just like, oh, they have that van specifically for the prizes, so that way they could just load up all of the prizes into that van and just scoot
I
off.
have to
mean,
watch that. When was this?
oh, this was
last weekend,
Really? What was it called?
D1 Grand Prix.
Oh, D1 Grand Prix?
Yeah. It was at Scuba.
Who won?
The one we saw was Naoki Nakamura.
What car was he driving? I forgot.
S15.
S15?
2JZ powered S15.
Yeah. And we're still dumbfounded by Gabby was dumbfounded by the whole scoring system.
Yeah. I've watched some of
Yeah,
them.
they use the drift box.
The
Or use
DOS.
Oh,
DOS,
you know,
yeah.
that's another thing that I wanted to talk about too is a drift bit.
The drift.
Oh
bit.
yeah.
that's
I
right.
didn't research it like I thought I was supposed to.
So you didn't attend the press conference either?
No.
Okay. So then what's it about?
Yeah,
Well, maybe.
I
Therefore,
don't know.
you-
I don't know much about it. I mean, I thought you were the kid with the information. So.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I got really busy.
But I
this
mean, we
week,
know
so.
the
Really
general. It's basically a drift box, right?
Sort
Because
of.
Paul, basically, what you were saying is that you could really judge the whole competition based off the drift bit,
Yeah, why not?
right?
That's
Okay.
my idea.
He's saying just have it a scoring.
That's what
system.
FD does. I mean, that's what D1 does.
So then you really it kind of takes the judges out of the picture. Like, I guess you could still the judges are still needed for certain aspects, but
Yeah.
for the most part, it's going to be a score. You're
Yeah.
going to get a score, and you learn how to score high on the drift bot or the drift bit. So you're going to figure out how to drive your car in the way that's going to give you the most points.
The judges still decide who win, but you still
Of course.
get to see the points.
Right.
All right, so I have the website on my phone here, and it says this
That's
will
good to
make
know.
you drift
But so
better.
how does it make you drift better? You can download the content.
I don't know
or
how to
something?
make you drift better.
Record highly accurate drift data, analyze it.
You're not going to
Significantly improve your
need
drifting ability.
Complete telemetry. You'd have to have what your wheels are doing, and it's just no.
Okay, like a spotter that is never wrong. DriftBit records drifting in high accuracy.
Wait,
high
hang on.
refre-
A spotter
frequency.
that's never wrong? What's
Yeah.
up with that?
Like it is the spotter that's never wrong.
Yeah, it's like
I could think
a
of a couple
spotter.
of people
That are wrong, or that are never wrong.
I think they're never.
that think they're
That
never
think
wrong.
they're never wrong.
Yeah.
I'm gonna get some chips. Sorry.
Yeah, okay, go ahead. So Noah, as you were saying, sorry.
Yeah. So I mean, this data is revolution. By the way.
Revolution.
What's up with that?
Revolutionary.
The data revolution is now here for drifting. Are you ready to level up? So it's like this thing you plug into your car, and you can download an app onto your phone to hook it up, and it just records your lines and your.
I don't think it's
speed.
much use for you. Like I would say, it'd be good for a scoring system.
Yeah, I think it's better for.
You can get through the
Good lord,
bank.
where the hell do you get a bag that big from?
Here, grab it.
Holy cow!
Can't eat them all.
Industrial sized bag of chips.
Lord have mercy.
You got him before he put the.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Here, yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Oh gosh.
Did you want a clean cup for your chips?
My
Oh, boy.
Because that one had like liquid in it.
It's okay.
Okay.
Oh, by the way, Zach wrote, not doing belts this year, but we do have something in the works for the podium guys this year that is a bit more recognizable than last year. Ooh, I'm
wow.
excited. I can't wait.
A lot of
Yeah.
mystery.
I would like if they had like a suggestion box, so that way I could just
I'm sure they got plenty of suggestions, more than they can handle.
maybe so, but I'm sure I could come up with a couple ideas.
Yeah.
I mean, look, what about fireworks as it happens? I mean, come on, sparklers or something.
No, sparklers. Okay, I thought you were meaning like professional fireworks. I'm like that ain't cheap.
I know that ain't cheap, but it'd be nice.
It would be nice.
Plus, what about like to bring a gator out?
Welcome to Florida.
Yeah, to bring a gator out.
Or paintball guns.
No, not paintball guns.
Yeah, you
What's
got,
it?
you got targets on the lead car, and the chase car's going to shoot them.
Oh
You get extra
God.
points.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Zach put up his email, and his inbox is always open for suggestions. Bam!
there we go.
Told you.
Awesome.
There
Thank
we
you
go.
very much, Zach.
Boom!
You
Boom
just sealed your
shakalaka.
fate there, buddy.
Yes, indeed.
Dumping on chips.
You're right there.
Mm, chips are
He's
good.
hungry.
Yeah.
Boy.
ASMR.
Shut up. Anywho, I did want to bring up something that happened to me that was just sort of, I guess you can say a Nissan owner's experience.
Oh,
Yeah. So
You don't own a Nissan.
car's leaking oil.
no, I don't. Thankfully not. But basically, what happened was our driver wrangler Gabby needed to go get his roll cage painted, and so what he did to sort of prep for it, he took off his dashboard to drive the car over to the shop.
Wait. He took his dashboard off to get it painted. He should have took the dashboard off when he got the cage put in.
Well, it wasn't the entire dashboard. It was the gauge cluster, right?
No, it was the dashboard.
The whole dashboard?
The whole dashboard. There was basically nothing in front.
You took
I mean, the steering wheel, like the cables, all
And
that
all
stuff.
the AC
Oh, man,
stuff.
if he was gonna do all that, he should have did that when he got the roll cage.
Hey, I'm not Gabby. I mean, what do you want me to tell you?
Sorry, Gabs.
It's whatever. Anywho, so, and I'm telling the story too because it is a valuable lesson and something for Nissan 350Z owners to look out for, especially you, Tim. But basically, so he decided to take out the dashboard to make the job easier for the guy that he was taking the car to.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm gonna sum some of this stuff up because it was a lot. But basically, what happened was he got on the highway. This was about maybe at least 10 to 15 miles away from the original from where we left off, and his car all of a sudden decided to shut down.
Yeah. In the middle of like
Yeah.
rush hour traffic.
In the middle of
Oh,
rush hour,
wow.
bumper to bumper traffic. So we were clueless. We didn't know what it was. We thought it was gas. We had to ditch the car, go get gas, put it in. We put it in.
Well, it's not just gas. It was E85, so you can't just go around anywhere looking for it. So you had to go pretty far, and you needed to get a gas can too.
Oh yeah, which
Yeah.
is like obviously price gouge to $30 for a 5-gallon jug, whatever. Any case, so we get the gas, put it in the car, and we started up. We had to jump start it, and then we took off. But as he was taking off, same thing happened. It shut down. We were completely clueless as to what was going on. Turns out, as we were driving back to pick up another piece from his house, which was another like 20-mile drive, Gabby found out that the gauge cluster has again?
It has a wiring for the alternator
Yes.
routed
Oh,
through
wow.
it.
Yes.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yep.
So
Oh God.
basically, the car was running on the battery itself, and
Tell him to
then
pick up the trailer when you do stuff like that.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a drive,
He needs
but
another
hey, you
bearing
drove more than
replaced.
anyways.
yeah.
Tim needs another bearing replaced on it.
So he finds this out, and we had to go get the gauge cluster. We put it in, and voila.
Voila.
The
Works.
car ran all the way down to our destination. Well, it almost didn't because I kind of almost locked the car out, locked us out of the car. Like he had the keys in the ignition, and I was like closing it, and I was just like, "Oh no! Oh no! And then that was a mission in itself. But moral of the story is, if you're gonna go travel with your vehicle, your Nissan 350Z, make sure you do it with a gauge cluster.
Or possibly even the G35 might have the same thing.
I'm sure it
so,
does.
Yeah.
I'm sure they all have it. Yeah.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
Or any Nissan of that era. There's been several things that Nissan has done kind of odd, like the whole taillight thing.
It's not
On
the
the
gauge.
Sentra?
It's a light. It's like I remember reading this somewhere. There's a light on the gauge cluster or something like that for the alternator, and it's if you disconnect it, that's why it doesn't trigger the alternator to turn on.
So Juan was telling me about the Nissan Sentra and how somebody came in that her transmission was going out and the car didn't want to drive for some reason. And Juan was trying to explain to the customer, it's your tail light. It's your tail light, like something short. Yeah, like I guess it had like some moisture got in and shorted out a tail light. And the lady's like going crazy. How can it be the tail light? Yeah, somehow there's wiring from the transmission or something that goes into the tail light, and when that shorts out, the car doesn't want to drive.
What?
Yeah, Nissan. That's Nissan for you. I mean, you know, they make fun cars, they make great drift cars, but man, I don't know.
Interesting.
Yeah. No, do you want to talk about your current, I guess you could say,
Endeavor.
Endeavor, yes.
Oh.
Adventure on trying to acquire a cheap drift car?
Adventures
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
G35.
No. This Noel, the car fairy.
Yeah. Well, the car ferry. No, the car ferry.
That's cool. We're gonna come up with a jingle for that.
Yeah.
So yeah, yesterday, I mean, I was having kind of a busy day, and then these guys, Gabby, showed me an OfferUp, ad for a G35 sedan with a manual transmission for $2,600. I was like, oh man, are you kidding me? I mean, that's a good deal. I'm a little busy, but somehow I was
busy
like
stamping stuff and signing names.
But I decided to kind of make a detour and go take a look at the car. In the pictures, it looked pretty good. The interior looked good, and I was like, and it said it had 150,000 miles. I was like, man, I mean, this is too good to be true.
Yeah.
Sure enough. Anyway,
So what was wrong with it?
so I get
Nothing
there.
was wrong with it. He just
Everything was wrong with it. You weren't there. I was. All right. So anyway, you should be punished.
He expects
for that.
like a brand new car for $2,000. That's what.
No,
it
I
is.
don't expect a brand new car for $2,000, but I'm not gonna get into something that is gonna further me back in progress either. So right now,
Everything you do for this, you back in progress.
Your whole life is backwards.
well, I'm trying to prevent that. Thank you very much. Okay. Luckily, I don't rely on your support, to do
Okay.
things. Thank God.
Good call.
So I get there. I'm like, all right, the car looks pretty rough, but whatever. Let's take a look around. I go around. I mean, this thing is like, it looked like it went through a war zone. The rear,
No way. There's no way it looked like it went
the
through a
rear
war
bumper
zone.
looked like
man.
Shredder's
We have to pull
practice
this
pad.
up, man.
And then I was like, all right, it looks pretty bad. The paint was horrible. Like where they the gas under the gas door, you could see that they just let gas pour down the side of the car. It was just like, it was horrible. And so then I'm like, all right, let me look at the interior, because in the pictures it looked pretty, decent. Not perfect, but decent. And when I opened the interior, I was like, oh, Velociraptor lived in here. Great. All the leather
I don't
was...
get that. How come all these cars are like totally like they shred the leather? How do you do that?
the sun in Florida especially.
Nissans, they just fall apart.
Yeah, the Nissan interior, especially in that era, like from 2000 to, now, they're really bad in interior. But the 90s Nissans were actually pretty decent, except for 240s because their dashes were pretty bad. But other than that, they were pretty durable everywhere else. It's just when Renault bought them out and they went to that, it was just, oh my goodness, a disaster.
That's another story, but go ahead.
But anyway, so I open the door. I mean, I want, yes, I want a drift car, but I want full interior because once in a while I want to drive the car on the street, right?
Yeah, I forget you have standards.
I do have standards, oddly enough. But I'm here okay, interior is ripped to shreds. Like, there's no piece of leather that's straight on this thing. The steering wheel was just like a mess. And then I was like, oh yeah?
Carry on. The steering wheel was a mess.
I'll take some more.
Yeah.
It's fine. You've been getting shocked, I guess,
Yeah.
all night.
You tolerate that?
Yeah.
All right, so you didn't buy it. How did it run?
Nope. Couldn't even start the dang car. So I get the key.
At least you know he
It
didn't
needed
feel
a
like
tune. It runs
needed
and
just
drives,
tune.
but needs a
Just
tune.
No, it doesn't run or drive, doesn't do anything.
But he said it runs and drives.
He said it does, but it clearly didn't, because I put the key in, everything lit up perfectly, and then I was like, well, it has a few more miles, but what do I expect for 2,000?
At least he didn't have it pre-started and warmed up. I mean, you know how many guys have looked at cars that had started, warmed it up, and they.
I hate that, man. That drives me nuts. And
How's it hot already.
I turn the key and nothing, not a click, nothing. And I'm like, all right, it can't be the battery, because even if the battery was low, you would hear a click or hear the starter trying to turn, do something, but nothing. It was dead quiet.
You think he would try to start it before somebody come take a look at it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So the guy's like, let me bring the jumper box over so we can jump start it. And I'm like, it ain't that, dude. And he was like, well, try it now. I'm like, see? So obviously there's some sort of electrical problem. I don't know.
Did you push the clutch in?
Yeah, I pushed the clutch in. I drive a manual every day.
All the way down?
Yes, all the way down. And when you go all the way down, it went like click or like something. I was like, oh, there's something broken there. But anyway, so
Well, probably the button for turning on the The car.
Probably, but you know what? I don't want to find out anything.
So all you needed was like just a little clutch switch, and you were
Maybe I needed an ECU, or maybe I need. I don't know. These cars are so finicky, and
Then don't buy a car.
You need to save up money.
You
$4,000
need
or
just-
$5,000, get something that's in better shape.
Thank you.
There's nothing wrong with
that's
that.
yeah.
You should just own an Accord for the rest of your life.
Yeah, they're good
That's
cars.
depressing.
Or make the Accord rear-wheel drive.
Or we can get an Altima and make that rear-wheel drive.
Oh,
Oh,
God,
what?
no.
There you go.
What? What did you call me?
No.
Say it to my face.
But I guess it begs the question, like, how much are you willing to compromise if you're going to purchase a vehicle for drifting purposes? Like,
Who cares about the interior? Who cares about the exterior?
Yeah, like, who cares if the exterior is bad? Who cares if the interior is bad? If the drivetrain itself is...
If it doesn't start, what am I gonna do with it? You know, it's like the car needs to run, and I'm not gonna be here diagnosing what
say that you shouldn't. You didn't let him finish his point.
he was saying. Like drivetrain. And
You
all
should have
wasn't done
said
yet, though.
when you didn't start. You say, "Okay, man."
being so emotional.
You should have been like $900.
It was a
And it-
dealer. It was a dealer, so, he
So
would,
you didn't offer it to him.
that. I was depressed looking at that thing. I didn't
What?
Want, I didn't want. I
So
didn't,
you just gave up. You immediately saw the car, witnessed all of the defects with it, and you're like, that's it. I'm out. I'm not even going to bother.
I don't want that. I've had enough crappy cars in my life. I don't need another one. So, and I've dealt with it. I've bought a lot of cars with problems, and I'm like, I'll fix them, and then I'll never get around to it because other problems will come up because it's a piece of junk. So, you know, I'm just not gonna deal with it. And whoever had that car before did not take care of it. So, what other problems are lurking around?
But what does it matter if it's going to be a drift car? If it's
Yeah.
going to be
I'm gonna beat
bu-
the crap.
bumping doors.
I'm gonna beat the crap out of the car. I don't need something that bad either, you know. I don't want to be, you know, oh, I did one run and now I gotta go look and see what's wrong with the car. Anyway, nah, that's not me. So
Oh, no.
Yeah, definitely not.
Not Noel. Not
All
this
right.
time.
I ain't
Not
that-
ever.
well, thank you, thank you.
Well, I bought a G35.
You did buy. Paul did buy a G35 sedan for
G35.
$2,000.
It's got
Seat
seats.
work?
It's got ripped seats. It's got faded paint. It overheats when it's parked too long.
That's an air bubble, though.
But it's really fast.
Yeah.
That
Paul doesn't.
fast?
For anybody that hasn't joined it, you know, Paul doesn't have Tourette's. He is actually getting shocked
God.
randomly by Mr. Ben.
Yeah.
Captain Ben.
Oh man,
So, Paul, how was your experience tonight?
my experience tonight.
Yeah.
You know,
He's gotten a lot better. I think it's because of me, though.
Yeah.
what?
Normally, he would go and he wouldn't buy something. We went in there, you like drove it.
He's
I'm
not
like,
talking
yeah,
about
buy
that.
it.
He's not talking about buying the car.
He was so happy that I just gave him the money. Normally, I'm like very stingy with my money. I'm like, I'll go look at a car and I'll be like, Noel, nah,
See, they make fun of me, but they're the same.
no.
But he's happy. He
But
got
this,
something.
laid it right over, laid the money over, took the car, drove it home. I'm gonna buy suspension for it. Gonna buy an angle kit for it, and then I'm gonna do the. We can talk about that. I'm gonna do Sebring.
Oh.
Oh yeah, that's right.
right.
Sebring is coming
Yeah.
up
I'm gonna
April
do
3rd.
April 3rd.
Yeah, I'll be up in that area for a hunting trip, and then
You going hunting?
it's a.
And then you're gonna come out of the woods into
It's
the.
I'm going hunting like literally right next to Lake Placid, so it's like I
Oh,
might as
right
well
there.
yeah, it's
just stay. It's like the Thursday before. So anyway, so back to Sebring. I mean, we'll be
Yep.
out of you guys will be. I'll be driving. You guys will probably be
Live
out
streaming.
talking live streaming, right?
Yeah.
So
I mean, that's the idea. That's the hope. And
I might drive it.
you're gonna drive it?
Yeah.
I mean, it's a heck of an event. I mean, if you
had
have a
a blast
car
last
and
time,
have
man.
the money to go out there,
How
Burnt
does Chris do the driver class then?
They'll
there's
probably put you in
B,
the
A,
beginning.
and T.
Yeah, you're
Can
gonna
you
be.
change? Can you upgrade through
Yeah,
it?
you can
Yeah.
upgrade.
Yeah. Advances, no cages, and
Yeah. So yeah, B beginner kind of go A advanced, which allows you to tandem.
I
I would go with
understand.
that.
Hey,
just
I-
making sure.
I get the classes, dude. I'm just saying, can I tandem with him when I
Yeah.
first get there?
Well, not when you maybe not when you first get there.
Why not?
not the first lap.
You gotta like
I just want to put my tie her right in his door.
Oh
Hey,
man.
you're gonna pay a bunch of money to get one run, man.
Just let me lead.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
fine.
that's funny.
Well, I don't know if that's a good one.
I let you lead all the other times.
No,
You got pissed off because I wouldn't let you follow.
Yeah, I like to follow.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
But I'm
I'll
saying
you
let me lead.
Yeah, okay, of course.
So that way you don't have to worry about somebody behind you spin out in front.
All right, and talking about leading, let me lead you to the conclusion of tonight's episode.
Oh, really?
And
Already?
yeah, I mean it's been
Oh,
a while,
I didn't know.
but again, to wrap things up, Paul, as I was trying to ask you, how was your experience tonight with the shock collar?
I actually, I don't think this is. See, the thing I like about this is that it's a short amount of pain,
Okay.
and then I can be normal again. The vampire teeth, I just had to suffer sucking my saliva out of vampire teeth the entire time.
And the swamp
And
butt.
in the swamp butt, my ass was on fire the whole time.
Ah, okay.
So it's like,
I think what he's trying to say is you didn't punish him enough.
no, it freaking. I got welts inside my skin.
Oh yeah, you see why I don't want any part of that.
So yeah, we'll turn it up
See?
to 99 for
Can't
him
they
Yeah.
when he
give
gets
us
it.
dogs?
Yeah,
I can't believe they give. Actually, but this is set to not like it can go to 99, and it's set to 15, and it freaking like you should try it.
no, I don't want any part of
Like
that. I'm telling you.
I wouldn't put this on my dog, like because this is like serious.
Yeah, but he would put it on me easily.
Yeah.
Well, if you ever get it, I will make sure it's on 69.
Nice.
I can't say nice to that. I'm terrified.
It has to be. Oh,
So, no, be ready, because if it does happen, I will ensure you will enjoy it.
Paul's gonna get it next time too. So
yeah, I'm gonna get
next
it
time.
again. That's what we get it.
Your name is still on there 2 times.
No,
2
we
more
gotta take
times.
my name off.
did.
No,
We
no,
did
we
already.
did. So you had
Just
it.
wipe my name off.
No.
No.
I'm really good at raffles. I'm really
boy.
good at I mean, Tim knows.
Yeah.
Every time I enter a raffle, I win almost the grand prize.
Yeah, he does. He does a good
And this
job.
is like a raffle, and I keep on freaking winning. God, man.
How the tables have turned.
It's the only time that you're a winner, but you feel like a loser.
Yes.
It's like that steering wheel that I
Yeah,
have. I
of
won
course.
that at Road Atlanta.
Nice.
the store's Forsberg.
Yeah,
Thing.
yeah.
Oh boy. In any case, folks, thank you for tuning in, and we hope to catch you 2 weeks from now for another episode of the show.
And at Clutch Kickers.
Oh yes, and the Coach Kickers too.
Yeah.
Yes. What was
March.
it again? March
March.
12th
March
through the
12th,
14th.
Yeah.
Something like that.
We'll be there on the
15th,
13th
yeah.
and the 14th.
I won't be there, but
Yeah.
the rest of the crew will be.
Yeah,
Yes.
his daughter's
Oh.
his daughter's
I
birthday.
gotta go to Disney World.
Okay. Well, I
No, it's
feel
not.
sorry
it's-
for you. 'Cause
What?
I'd rather be at Clutch Kickers.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh
I went
boy.
to Disney in November. It was nice.
All right, folks. Have a good
Anyways.
night. See you 2 weeks from now. Bye bye.
Good night.
Bye.
Yeah, I'd rather be at Clutch Kickers.